When she said those words, she went from Princess Adora, He-Man's twin sister, into She-Ra, the most powerful woman in the universe. This doll slash action figure is based off the Filmation She-Ra Princess of Power from 1985. It was a spinoff from the He-Man cartoon series, which I thought was a little better than He-Man in the sense it was a little bit more darker. But this is the 40th anniversary of She-Ra Princess of Power, made by Mattel Creations, which you can only purchase on their website. And I was in shock to find out when I actually was able to acquire her so easily, since I always have trouble within the last maybe year getting the figures that I actually do want. So I was pleasantly surprised that I hit the order button when she was up for order and got her. I do wish that Mattel Creations did something like Big Bad Toy Store does, where for pre-orders you can only order 2 figures maximum, to try to help prevent scalpers retaining so many and just selling them for 3 times the price of its original retail on eBay. I wish they did that, because I've noticed that even though she sold out within, I think, 8 minutes at the Mattel Creations site, you're finding her now on eBay for $150 to $200. That's insane. But she did retail at the $55 asking price, and with the shipping and tax, she came up to $66 and some change. It was a birthday gift from my guy to me. Every year he's always asking me what I want for my birthday. I'm like, I don't really need anything, which is true. I mean, what more can I want? Luckily, I have my family still, my health. I really can't ask for anything more. But this year, I was like, I want She-Ra. He was like, what? I want a She-Ra doll. So he goes, order it and I'll just, I'll pay for it. I, for the most part, like the doll. I'm not gonna lie. They got the look from the Filmation cartoon series spot on. So I'm not complaining at all. She's really lovely to look at. I like the fact that she's articulated, as you can see. Really, super. She does have to be careful, because I think I'm not trying to get fresh here, but the inside, I think it's rubber. So I have a Wonder Woman BVS doll that I was also gifted for me, or gifted to me years ago, and she's using the same body mold as that Wonder Woman from BVS, which I'm going to probably show during the week. I've had her for 6-7 years, maybe longer. I don't play with her. She has on my shelf. I haven't had a problem as of yet. But this is definitely not something you want to give to kids if they're going to play with it. That's holding together, I think, by rubber. So if it corrodes and it snaps off, that might be a problem. Fabric cape. It's nice. I like the costume. This is definitely reminiscent of the 1980s Filmation cartoon. They got her tiara, headdress, spot on as well. The hair came out soft. I was in shock. I thought that there was going to be a bunch of product on the hair, especially when it comes to these types of dolls. They usually put a lot of product to keep the hair in place, but not this time. they did a great job on this. This is the second release of a She-Ra doll from Barbie. They had one in 2019, which I think was an SDCC exclusive, but don't quote me. I just know by the time I found out that that doll was made, she was going for like $300. Although the doll slash figure was really nice, came with two different costumes, her Captain Adora outfit and the She-Ra, and it was packaged beautifully. And I'm sorry, I did not show you the front of I didn't show you the box. So this is the front. This is the Crystal Castle, the tippity top, the side, and this little the back of the box that has like a little description or bio or character. I wish well, it's a Barbie creation, so I guess they decided to put the doll in the back instead of the actual art from the cartoon, which I think would have been a little nicer, but I'm cool with that. I'm gonna keep the box. Well, no, let me just show the back. I'm so happy that they gave us a sword in silver because Mattel always had the rights to make the She-Ra doll, like the He-Man back in the 80s. When they made the toy line in the 80s, for some reason, they gave us a golden sword. Not sure why. You know, in the cartoon it's silver. Not sure why they made it gold. I understood it was more for the aiming it towards the girls collecting, but they should have been a little more, you know, because she is He-Man's twin sister. I love her origin a lot more than because we never really actually had an origin of He-Man. He just, you know, was just He-Man. We never saw a backstory to his character. Unless there was one later on during the show. I think the show lasted 2 years, 3 years maybe. This feels like it's embroidered. I think I said the word right. Some people had some complaints about it. I don't. I'm cool with that. I'm glad that even the gauntlets is made out of plastic and not out of like paper folded over. I'm not sure what do you call that material. So I'm so happy with that. The face is really nice. I really have no major complaints except for a few nitpicks. But I kind of wish for the $66 that they charge, she came with a shield, and a boomerang, because her sword. Here's the funny thing: is she has the same strength as He-Man, but because I think her world was more dangerous than where He-Man was from, the powers that be gave her a few more powers, like healing animals. I'm not sure if she ever used that to heal a human, but she healed animals that were hurt, and she had the power to transform her sword into like a boomerang or a shield by saying, you know, sword to shield or sword to rope. And I'm so glad they gave us that gem. That was pretty cool. You can find the cartoon, her animation, on YouTube for free, as well as He-Man's. And if you want to look at her, watch her origin, it's titled The Secret of the Sword, which was, interestingly enough, a movie that hit theaters in '85, because He-Man was so popular in the '80s that they capitalized on making a cartoon introducing He-Man's twin sister, which is pretty cool. Of course, she was kidnapped by the Horde when she was an infant. They were trying to kidnap Adam as well, Prince Adam. They knew, oh, she's able to stand on her own. Amazing. I like that they even give boots with heels, just like her character in the cartoon series. I guess Hordak knew that her and her brother Adam were destined for something greater and tried kidnapping them to find out what that was, but to no avail when it came to He-Man. But they were able to capture Princess Adora and took her into another dimension where Hordak ruled. And Skeletor was his pupil. That bastard. I'll put the link to the Secret of the Sword in the description on the video if anyone's interested in watching it. It was pretty interesting. Okay, now for the nitpicks, which is pretty much minor. Aside from the price point, I wish they gave us more accessories. Even though she's articulated, like at the arms here, the difference between this body mold and the made-to-move Barbie was that the made-to-move Barbie is super articulated. There's a bicep swivel, which she does not have, and the made-to-move Barbie has a waist swivel, which she does not have either, which I'm shocked at. For the price point, I thought they would at least, she would be a little more articulated, like the made-to-move Barbie, but we didn't, it's not on this doll. And I'm going to show you in comparison to other two dolls. Gem, the Walmart exclusive. I fixed up her hair to make it look more punk rocky, sort of like Joan Jett. For the $25 price point at Walmart, she's super articulated. She's got, let me take her off. I don't want to drop the camera. Because I'm a klutz. Chris, don't drop the, here we go. She's got a bicep swivel, double jointed. She does have, it's a little tight though. She does have a waist swivel. As you can see, it's just kind of tight. Double jointed knees. And another thing too that I thought was a cute touch, they painted her fingernails. They did not do that with her, and she had red nail polish in the cartoon series. It's a little minor nitpick, but I'm just saying, like, the price point between a $25 doll slash figure, because she's super articulated, compared to the $55 one, which turned out to be $66 with the tax and shipping. Another thing too, I was going to say something. Oh, the accessories that she came with, I was in shock. Even the stand is better. So I'm not sure if it's a licensing issue thing. Mattel has the rights to make She-Ra since the 80s. For some reason, they lost the rights to He-Man, which is why we haven't gotten a new cartoon with She-Ra being his sister. And we had that Netflix cartoon She-Ra, which I didn't watch. I prefer my 80s cartoon. I'm just not sure how they make the decisions of the pricing for a $25 figure to a $55, and you kind of got more with Gem than you did with the She-Ra Princess of Power by Barbie Mattel Creations. All right. Here's the my wacky custom of Jonathan Smith as Kelly Garrett. Her head came on a different body, was very stationary for a Barbie, but they were a little more expensive. It was like the swimsuit doll. But she's super articulated. She even has thigh swivel. Shira does not. A bicep swivel as well. And she has waist articulation, which the Shira doll does not have. You could put her in a kneeling pose, praying, because she is an angel. A Charlie's angel. And the body for the Made to Move was like $16. They might be like $20 now. So somebody who wants to do a, say, Lois Lane for a 12-inch Superman figure, you can get, and remove the head and put her on a super articulated Barbie body. Even the hands are, articulated. The only downside that there's no like grabby hands or whatever, but you can get like sticky. I think they call it sticky tacks. I think you could put a phone in her hand or a gun or something. But yeah, that's the only gripe that I have with the She-Ra doll. That for the price point, the body is not as super articulated as I hoped it would be or expected. And I forgot to add that she comes with a certificate of authenticity. There's something in the back. I don't think people care so much about that, but I'll just keep this in the box. But yeah, I love the figure. It's just I kind of wish that it was a little more posable, like the Made to Move. The good thing though, she is muscular. Not overly, but she has muscle definition, which is cool. So I love her. I'm going to keep her on my stand. Oh, before I forget, the Silent Collector. You know what hit me last night? Why he named his channel the Silent Collector? He doesn't talk. I'm an idiot. But the Silent Collector, if anyone's watching this, go view his channel. He does some really great stuff with posing his figures, and I wish I was like that. I'm not. I'm a ditz. He is so cool. And Eric, my brother from another mother, I hope you're doing well. And of course, the Silent Collector, and anyone else who's watching my wacky video. I just wanted to show this. She already sold out at Mattel Creations, so she's gonna be worth way more now. I'm assuming at least about 150. They need to try to stop that scalping, like 1 or 2 per customer when it comes to these orders, because it's kind of sad to want something and not be able to get it because it's just way too expensive. So shame on you scalpers for doing that. But, all right. Wednesday, I think, before I forget, I think the Silver Age Page Punchers Wonder Woman by McFarlane will be up for pre-order on Wednesday, which is the 2nd. I'm going to double check to see. So if anyone's interested in getting that Silver Age, and yes, that is truly a Silver Age Wonder Woman. That's from the 40s and 50s, which comes with the comic book. That's truly Silver Age. I wish we can get a Bronze Age Wonder Woman, but no such luck with that. So if you're up to, wanting to get her, she'll be up for pre-order. on Wednesday. But I'm going to double check just to make sure. I think that should be about it. Anyway, my peeps, I hope you guys are doing great. Please stay hydrated. Drink Gatorade, water, or Propel. I think Propel is better than Gatorade. But after my scare last week, make sure that you stay hydrated because it's hot out there. And make sure that you don't take your loved ones or your family for granted. Life is short. Anyway, my peeps, peace.